Alright, welcome to Silent Hunter 4, Wolves of the Pacific. So, this is one I just really want to play around with, so I'm going to inflict it on you guys. It's a submarine game, of course, set during World War II with the Americans in the Pacific. So, I did have one campaign attempt at this. I thought, I'll go in completely blind, how bad can it end? Oh crap.
Yes, sir. Dive, Vincent, for normal dive.
Hi. Yeah, that's what happened to accidentally push the surface button. Yeah. I'm sure it won't happen like that one. I'm using the real free mode mod, which is basically almost a necessity. I can't even throw my legs this way. Stop licking my hand. I'm being catted as we do this. So we'll start with the Asiatic Fleet in the S18. Difficulty will be normal. It's pretty much custom anyway. I'll double check it's custom in a second. Can't select custom on here. And yeah, this will be a good place to start. So the reason I'm going for the Asiatic Fleet is because it allows me to start in the smaller sub. Getting myself all tangled up in my microphone cable now, aren't you, you stupid cat? Alright. Alright, so we've completed training and we're around ready for combat operations.
Gentlemen, as you already know, we are at war. I quote the President of the United States. Yesterday, December 7th, 1941, a date which will live in infamy, the United States of America was suddenly and deliberately attacked by naval and air forces of the Empire of Japan. The attack has effectively eliminated our entire battleship force for the time being. As a consolation, it has failed to catch any of our aircraft carriers in port, while the submarines and fuel reserves have escaped unharmed. During the past years, the Japanese military was engaged in a seemingly endless war against China, badly needing oil and other raw materials. Since we halted the trade with Japan, they schemed to seize the oil and mineral-rich East Indies and Southeast Asia. A Japanese attack into the Indies, Malaya, and the Philippines was expected, and plans prepared for it. But obviously, we have not prepared enough for an attack of this magnitude. The attack against Malaya has materialized yesterday, and last night the Japanese forces also attacked Hong Kong, Guam, the Philippines, and Wake Island. This morning, the Japanese continued with an attack on Midway. The Japanese offensive is extending throughout the Pacific, with the submarine force left mostly to itself. We need to act accordingly. For the time being, we will conduct operations as follows. Boats based in Pearl Harbor will patrol in Japanese home waters and also reconnoiter the Marshall Islands, as it's presumed that Japanese forces are massing in that archipelago for a second attack on our bases. Manila-based boats will deploy to guard the vital island of Luzon against approach by enemy forces. Individual patrol orders will be received from your commander.
Alright, so 2 days after. Alright, so crew management is the place to be because it never gives you enough crew. What we got is somebody's good at watch in the torpedo room. When we want somebody who's good at torpedoes. Alright, I'm not allowed any petty officers. What I can do is get a bunch of guys good at, like, propulsion. Did he get all the skilled guys first, and then fill up the old holes with everything else? Not the biggest of boats, but it'll do. Okay. Everyone's zero experience, of course. It's the start of the war. No one's got any idea what they're doing. This is an S18 class, S38. You can't pick up any upgrades, so that renown's basically going to be safe for upgrading the ship. And we're firing Mark 10 torpedoes, which actually gives me advantage at this point in the war. So the Mark 14s were terrible. I have no medals. My captain's log is blank. I can't drink my coffee. That's the way out, so it's just over to here. Right, just patrol around the Luzon Strait. That's pretty simple. We'll start outside the harbour, mainly because, you know, looking at the harbour is a pain and you just get immediately bombarded by 400 different messages. Destination Tokyo.
All stop. Yes, sir.
Right. Here's my little sub. Now what I'm not going to do is try and remember not to use the like the WASD keys, which is what happened last time. So let's get ourselves going. We just got to head up north, so let's pop ourselves out. And we'll just patrol around the Luzon Strait for a bit. Going to course.
Yes, sir.
100 speed, 2/3 speed because we don't want to go wasting fuel. So quite a bit of this is going to be sent from this map. You know, because see it's flat and empty and boring. So yeah, most of it I'm going to be moving around the map. Hopefully though we'll run into some nice little targets and just, you know, get some combat. Okay, oh that's what I was going to check. Options. I can't check my kind of gameplay settings from here apparently. Setting options. Yeah. Right, I'll check them at the end of the mission. No point in not steaming around at full speed at this point. Alright. Enemy task force, 124, that's well out of our range. Hopefully something else will pop. Oop, we've got some radio. Alright. Germany has declared war. Okay. That's a status report. I don't really want to be sending that. Oh, what's it?
Yes, sir. Periscope dead.
Not too bad place to spot one. Shut this up. Ah, it's straight in the action apparently. We have come across at least a fleet. Oh, we have found a convoy. Okay. No, I don't think we're going to have many torpedoes left after this. We are well and truly amongst them. Pick the silent running. And what we'll do is we'll accelerate forward for a little bit. Drop speed back down, then pop our periscope and figure out what's going on. What I don't want to be seeing right now is a bunch of submarines closing in on me, destroyers. That needs to be dead in the water. They all seem to be stationary. Alright, this is an interesting thing. Right. I'm actually going to adjust the gamma on my monitor on this a little bit. That's about right. I wouldn't normally play with the gamma this high, but give you guys actual chance of seeing what's going on depending on what's on your monitor. So what we have dead ahead is a sitting duck. So let's get the periscope, bring up the book, Japanese sighting guide. We have two. Definitely that first thing, wasn't it? No, single pair. Alright. I know how ship's sitting still for this long, so we will have a perfect shot on this thing. Single funneled? That's it basically, isn't it? Yeah. That's a taxi class destroyer. Let's bring up the let's get a range estimate on it, shall we? Why is that not working? This is one of the things where normally I'd be hiding because this is just a submarine flotilla, but just by 10 degrees we can swing around to the front.
Yes, sir.
Angle of the bow is pretty much 90 degrees. She's not changing range. Why is my study meter not working? And that data is TDC. There we go. So in the range, 8,000 seems more realistic. Just running a bit of time now, just to make sure that everything is clicking through nicely. Just going to check my periscope station commands. Structural controls, there we go. Q is definitely open and close the torpedo doors, so we'll pop all them open. That should be long enough. Let's get a second study meter. Calculate the speed, please. 2 knots, sounds about right. We'll do a very quick solution on this one.
Torpedo in the water.
Yeah, there's nothing better knocking around there. It's going to be shooting from the hip. Angle of the bow is a bit more like that. Let's get a second range and bearing. 48 knots does not sound right. Right, there we go. Now I can drag that off somewhere a bit more useful. 11 knots sounds about right. Let's disengage and go deep. Now, my event can doesn't seem to be working, which is kind of annoying. Do I still have this? I still have this. Alright, let's go have a look at the fleet. If there's a carrier in here, I'm going to be very annoyed. But yeah, we do seem to have found a little merchant convoy just kind of sitting around having a nice nap.
Current depth 80.
Alright, so there's one torpedo. I don't know where my other torpedo is.
Torpedo missed, sir.
Right, one missed. How did I miss a sitting duck?
Torpedo missed, sir.
Alright, apparently my range was massively off. Back up to periscope depth. And then we'll have another go, shall we? We've got 2 more tubes. I'm very annoyed with myself. Alright. Let's target this freighter, shall we? So let's just exit this, switch to the merchant guide. So large front area. Oh, could have been that. That looks like it, there we go. Small passenger carrier. And that to the DDT. Speed is definitely 0 knots. Let's double check the range. Angle of the bow is flat. Let's just zoom time forward a bit. That should give me a nice estimate of the range. What do you estimate speed to be? 6 knots? No. Means I must have screwed up my first range. She's definitely stationary. Come on. There we go. 0. No, you moron. Zero knots. There we go, let's send that to study meter. That's dropping down. Sure, only 1 torpedo is needed for this. Torpedo settings. Contact, offset, 10 feet below. Let's just close the range a little bit. Right, so she is actually moving. And that was terrible. There we go. Send that in. Just the angle of the bow. Still got this guy dead up front. Oop. Still locked in. I feel like I have to try and pop him. He ain't moving that fast.
Contact, merchant, closing, bearing, 2, long range.
Alright, now we're gonna get the hell out of here.
Yes, sir. New depth, 117. Torpedo in the water. Current depth, 60.
Just following the torpedo. Yeah, I'm very bad at this.
Torpedo missed, sir.
It's the range, isn't it? I am massively underestimating the range. Right, we're silent running.
Yes, sir.
Let's go down a fair bit further.
New depth, 129. Yes, sir. New course, 14. Current depth, 120.
Let's go to the hydroplane, shall we?
Yes, sir. New course, 238. Yes, sir.
Anyway, I should have cut anyway. So, yeah, see you in the next one. Hopefully we don't die.